Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well today. And welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. So in this video, we're going to be looking at messages from your angels and ancestors. What are they trying to tell you? What messages are coming through that you need to hear from them right now? Okay, so before we get started, firstly, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel. I really do appreciate it. And all of those of you that book readings with me and continue to come back, honestly, it means the world to me that you find that my readings are so helpful to you. And just letting those of you know who are interested in personal readings, it is something that I offer through my website. My Shopify link is in the description box below. At this time, I offer two styles of readings. So you can either book an email reading with me, which will be very in-depth, but it'll be a faster turnaround time. Or you can book a video reading with me, which is read in the style of the YouTube readings that I do here. So you'll have a video that you can watch and keep and go back to for as long as you like. And you'll be able to see the cards that I'm pulling for you. So if you'd like a video reading or an email reading with me, just check the description box below for all of the information there. Okay, so now let's get to the pile selection. So all I need you to do is just relax. Feel free to close your eyes, take a few moments, take a few deep breaths in and out. You may instinctively know already which pile you're drawn to, but if there's any confusion or you're not sure, it's a really good way to just take a few moments to meditate on it and to then just go with your gut. I personally like to close my eyes, and then when I open my eyes and I feel relaxed, where my eyes are drawn to first, okay? But everyone's different in how you might choose your pile. So we have pile 1, 2, and 3. So once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. Okay, so let's get straight on ahead to your reading. Okay, group number 1, let's take a look at your messages from your angels and ancestors. So the first card that you were drawn to, or this pile, we have Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Okay, now I've got another couple of angels and ancestors cards here, so we'll look at those first. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. And Druid, hold the space. Okay, interesting how we've got 3 archetypes here, because in this particular deck there are, it's quite an array, there are quite a few archetypes, but there are a few other messages, without like human symbology. So it might be that there's something going on connected with people in your life right now. This might be older people, okay? Or you could be the older person as well, dealing with younger energy, but there feels like there's some kind of age gap in something, okay? But now this could also be that you have elders that are watching out for you. This is definitely giving me Saturnian energy, so I don't know if you have Capricorn in your chart strongly, or you're dealing with Saturnian things, maybe going through a Saturn return, but dealing with foundational things, work, responsibilities, the structure of things. So this could be about relationships, building that foundation in terms of relationships, or understanding the patterns, okay, that you have been forming and maybe been following when it comes to relationships. But this could also be about work, about family. There's a million different things that this could be about for you personally, and hopefully as we move forwards we'll get more specific information for you about this. But this is just the general energy that I'm picking up right now, is that your angels and ancestors are wanting you to make some kind of a shift here, a change in the patterns that you've been following. So this could be your parents, okay, or your guardians, whoever watched out for you when you were younger. It might be that you are following in their patterns in some way. So there's something here that your angels and ancestors are wanting you to move on from, to break away from, to move beyond. Okay, and it doesn't mean that those patterns are necessarily bad or bad for you, but I feel like there's the energy of you needing to evolve, okay? Whatever you've been doing hasn't been working for you in this respect, and there needs to be a change. But interestingly, we do also have the Druid holding the space, so which is very much a no movement energy, you know, holding space, taking time to think. Now this might be the way in which you break free from this pattern, rather than moving forwards with things. Maybe you have always moved forwards very impulsively, or you say, I don't want to play games, or I don't want to not be authentic. And it's not to say that you shouldn't be any of those things. Of course, you should still want to live in your authenticity. But it may be that there's some kind of strategy that you need in order to make this change, okay? And it might be that you do need to take some time out from something, take a step back. It could even be like a creative block here, okay? If we're not talking about relationships or career or family, if this is something creative you've been trying to think about, if you think about it too much, it could create a block, okay? We've all heard of writer's block, okay? The same thing overall with creativity. And it's usually in those moments that we're not thinking about it that they come to us, those ideas come to us, or the inspiration will come to us. It's not to say that the work that we do behind the scenes, or when we're trying to brainstorm or we're trying to make those changes, it's not to say that any of that is not worth doing, because it is. It's all of those things that are leading you to the point of inspiration. But it's usually those sparks that happen when you're not in the moment thinking about it. Okay, so I feel like that's something that they're wanting you to know right now, to just kind of take a step back, to hold back for a moment. And we've also got here, drop your shields. Okay, so it might be that you've been very defensive, and naturally so, if things haven't worked out for you, you've been rejected for, again, this could be in relationships or career, or just as a whole, you could feel like you were an outcast, or that you've not received what you wanted. Okay, there's something here that's made you have to hold back, maybe in the way in which your elders treated you, okay, or in the way in which they're still treating you now. Yeah, I actually feel like they do want to let you know that you are protected as well, that they are protecting you. So even though you might feel vulnerable in these hard times, or worried, or like you're on your own, that's the sense that I'm getting sometimes, that you feel like you're just alone and you're having to deal with so much without support. And it may not be that you have that physical support around you that you feel you need, but you definitely have spiritual support, group one. Okay, they're looking out for you and they want you to know that. Okay, so they're also trying to guide you on the right path. So every mistake or every failure or every rejection that you're going through right now is leading you to a place of success. But it's like you have to go through these trials and tribulations to get to this point of real change and involvement. Okay, so now let's take a look at your other oracle messages. Okay, yeah, so we've got harmony in reverse, and then we have crane, surrender. Okay, I'm getting goosebumps now. Let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. So harmony in reverse, yeah, definitely. I feel like this is about some kind of separation for you. Okay, you've been going through something that's very painful. Now this could be a physical separation and you're not on speaking terms with someone right now. This could also be an emotional separation. Okay, it doesn't always mean physical. You could be sat in the same room as someone and feel disconnected or feel lonely. Okay, but there's definitely this longing. Excuse me. Listen, how my throat just cracked then. So I feel like there's a longing for communication. Okay, personally, when my throat activates like that, I feel like that's saying something about throat chakra type of qualities, okay, which is about truth and communication and thoughts. So I feel like, yeah, there's a bit of a block right now between you and a particular person. But again, it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. This could be a friendship, okay, or this could be, I feel like it's definitely about a person, okay? That's what I was seeing in the beginning here, that it feels like this is about people or a person rather than about, say, material things or health or, I don't know, creative. I mean, it could be the creative things, as I said, but it feels definitely that this is surrounded by people-like energy. So, yeah, and that makes sense actually as well, because we've got the crane and see how they're in this group. I don't know, what would you call a group of cranes? I know it's a swallow of, I think it's one particular type of bird. I don't know if it's not, maybe it's no, or a swallow is just a bird. I don't know, it's like, yeah, like a gaggle of geese. Okay, so I don't know what the equivalent is for crane, but it's also giving me Aquarius energy, because Aquarius represents groups, large groups of people. So, so it might be that there's more than one person that is playing on your mind right now, or, you know, maybe this is about you considering other options. Or maybe you feel like there's too much influential energy by other people. Maybe other people interfering in this connection. Whether you are aware of that or not, that could be the case here. But there's also something rebellious about this energy coming through. Yeah. But here we have surrender and let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive as your thoughts. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. So I think that's really beautiful. I feel like, yeah, this is what this is talking about. Okay, surrendering. Okay, releasing what you have been doing that has been causing conflicts. Okay, not necessarily conflict with others, it could be, but it could be internal conflict of feeling like, why did I say this, or why did I do that, or why didn't I just hold back, or why didn't I remain quiet, or why didn't I protect myself? Okay, it may be for some of you that you feel like you let your guard down too early with someone. Okay, and this has allowed you to end up feeling more vulnerable and hurt by this separation. So I feel like this is definitely a learning curve for you right now, Group 1. This is telling you that even though it's not to say your feelings are not valid or they're real, but I feel like you've got a very intense energy about you. And, you know, that can scare people at times. And it shouldn't, okay? It shouldn't fit. It's a painful thing for me to even talk about for you, Group 1, because I feel like it is the struggle of wanting to just be yourself, but then also wanting to fit in. But being able to fit in by being your authentic self. And that is the case for you. You can do that. And I guess it's different in terms of friendships than in romantic relationships, because in those very beginning stages of relationships, it's very delicate. And I think it's really important to have this level of protection and not allowing yourself to get swept away by your emotions or by your passions. And it's important to acknowledge your feelings and your passions and desires, but then trying to be very mentally strong and not allowing yourself to get carried away, to kind of talk yourself back down, and bring some grounding here. And that's what I'm seeing here as well, that grounding is what is needed. Your angels and ancestors need you to come back down from the sky and to take a little bit of time to, you know, be connected with earth energy, okay? To kind of just stop, to reassess, to go within, and then to move beyond these patterns, this surrendering energy. So if you feel like also that you've been trying really hard to connect with someone, or again, groups of people, because this could be about, for instance, if you have a social media account for your business or something, and you're wanting to draw the attention of people, of groups of people, or within your community, there could be work that you're doing that you want to connect people with. Yeah, it might be that there's a level of thinking about it too much, being too attached to the outcome rather than going with the flow, being more present, and being kind of quiet in it, not being obsessed by it. Okay, definitely there's something about detaching your energy here. So I'm now just going to look at the butterfly oracle before I move on to the tarot. So messages from your angels and ancestors. And don't forget to like this video if this is already making sense, or let me know down in the comments below if this is resonating with you. Okay, so we have body changes. Adult children. Grief work. Finances. Okay, that's quite an array of things coming through there. Now, body changes. Immediately I thought of the hands there. Seeing a lot of, something to do with the hands or something about the arm, and particularly the right hand. So I don't know if some of you are suffering with pains in your right hand or right arm, or maybe you have been, or it could be a chronic issue for some of you, or it could be more intermittent. Okay, it could be related to work you do or some kind of repetitive strain. But yeah, it feels like maybe that these are messages coming through from your ancestors. These pains are trying to let you know of something, okay? Now, for some of you, if you're not feeling those pains in your hands, then it may be that there are other changes that you're going through. Puberty keeps coming through to be here. Now, I mean, I don't know if that's what you're going through right now. You're going through puberty or hormonal changes within your body, or this could be on the slightly later end of the scale. It could be like menopause as well, and again, I know these are very specific things, but it could be more so to do with your menstrual cycle. Of course, if you're a female, if you're a male, obviously that won't apply, but it might be that there are other changes that you're going through bodily here, okay, that your ancestors are wanting to bring to your attention in some way. Okay, now they could be positive changes. They could be you focusing on your health and fitness. It could be that you're starting a new routine, or signing up at a new facility, gym for instance, or a running club, or something where you're connected with other people. Okay, so that may also be advice that's coming through, that they want you to be connected with more groups or clubs, and almost like finding your tribe as well. So it's really about looking, if you are feeling lonely or feeling disconnected, it's looking at what you really enjoy doing and finding people that are within that mindset. And I know it's easier said than done, but with the age of the internet, in some ways it causes blocks and disconnection, but in other ways it's great because it also can connect you with people very quickly, that have the same type of values and beliefs as you, or interests, okay? So yeah, that's definitely something that I feel like you're being guided to do, and certainly to look after your physical health. I feel like that's something that's really important. Now, for some of you, it might be that you've neglected your physical health because you are going through some form of grief, okay? Now, this could be grief of losing a loved one, okay, and then passing on. And of course, that's going to cause you a lot of pain, and naturally could cause some bodily changes as well, maybe even in diet. It could be that you've stopped eating as well, or maybe you're not eating as much, okay? It could be that you're purposefully restricting yourself there. And that can be done for the positive, but it could also be done as a self-sabotage. So I feel like that's something, again, that your ancestors and angels wants to bring to your attention, so you can, doesn't mean you have to have the answers, but to just look at it and to see, is this for my highest good, or is this something that I could work on improving for my overall health and well-being? But this could be grief as well over the loss of a relationship. Breaking up with someone that you were very much in love with is, along the same lines as losing, someone through passing away, through death, okay? It's still an ending. It will always turn into a transformation, but it can still be extremely painful, and the stages of grief are still the same. So yeah, it might be that you've gone through some changes based on something that was very painful for you. And this doesn't have to be what's actually happening right now. This could be something that happened in your past, okay, that caused you to have these changes. Now, it could even be that there was something changed in your body first, which caused some pain or some grief within you, and then caused a transformation. Okay, so moving on over here. So we've got, adult children. Now, this could be that you have a child that is an adult, okay? Or it could be that you feel like you're dealing with maybe like adults that are like children in adults' bodies. That's just what came to me. I know that sounds weird, but maybe it's like dealing with mentally or emotionally immature people. Or maybe that's how you feel in your own self. Maybe you feel like you're an adult child and you're someone that has a lot of fun and you've got a very bubbly personality, and you can see things maybe from both perspectives, from the view of somebody much younger and from the view of somebody much older. I definitely feel there's some kind of contrast here, rather than it just being specifically about an adult child. And I guess what would we call an adult child? Like a teenager. So again, it could be that there is a teenager influencing something within your life right now, or that again your angels and ancestors want you to just focus on right now. Maybe it's that they need more attention. If you know who this person is, it might be that they need more attention and love right now, okay, or more of your focus. But this could also be, again, this is you bringing that focus within to yourself rather than giving all of your power away. Something about giving your power away too quickly, or even at all. Never give your power away. Okay, so we then have finances. So yeah, there's quite various things that are coming through here. So it might be that this is also where they're wanting you to put your focus into your finances, your financial health. Now, it's not to say that this is not going well. It might be going very well for you. But I'm sensing there's something about keeping some away for a rainy day. Maybe you've been spending excess money to get through this grief or this pain that you've been suffering with. Okay, it might be that you have emotional attachments to possessions. Okay, but let's see what else is coming through here for you with the tarot. Okay, messages from your angels and ancestors, group 1. Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands, Temperance, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Wow, okay. So, group 1. I feel like there's something you've been holding back on. Okay, now this could be passion, it could be anger. Again, it's like that internal conflict that I'm seeing here. It's like you maybe feel one way, but then you act another way. But there's an imbalance here. There's something that you feel is not in moderation. And it's interesting that we have the King of Swords there next to the Queen of Swords. Okay, look at both. Let's just bring these a bit closer here because... Okay, oh, I'm getting very goosebumpy now. So these are both air energies, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We do also have Sagittarius there, and then Aries and Leo as well. Okay, so definitely passion coming through here, but now a lot to do with mental communication or intellectual thoughts. So yeah, I feel like this is about, again, this separation. Now it might be that, depends whether you resonate with the feminine or the masculine energy, but one of you has gone very cold first, okay, and it's caused the other one to then withdraw. So I do feel like for the majority of you that you feel like you were cut off, okay, especially with the grief and pain that has been coming through here. It feels like you're the one suffering with this pain, okay, but again, for some of you, this might be that you preemptively cut this off because either you sensed that they were detaching or that you were too afraid of the fact that usually the pattern is that they detach from you first. So it's like, I'm going to beat them to it. I'm going to beat them to the punch. Okay. Either way, it feels like tit for tat here almost. There's a lot of mirroring going on here. But I actually feel like, sorry, I just had to, I don't know, my bunnies are making some very loud noises. I needed to check up what they were doing. So, yeah, so I feel like the masculine here, now it might be that they've been invested in another situation, okay? Because I see them looking, they're like looking backwards here, and it feels like you're looking forwards, looking like, yeah, there's a sense of looking forwards but feeling stuck in the present. And this person here being like they're cutting off because they're thinking about another situation. Okay, something that maybe was unbalanced for them. Now, it might be that they are stuck on a situation where they felt rejected or they feel like they were more invested in. And yeah, there's something very unhealthy about that. Okay, because it feels like this person is only interested in those who aren't really interested in them. Okay, it's like they need the chase. Okay, they're not focused on the beauty that they have in front of them. It's like they're always on to the next thing, okay? And that's because that's how they feel validated. That may be how they grew up. It might be how their parents acted with one another, or the relationships that they were used to. Okay, it might be about their pattern. It's not personally about you. But yeah, I'm just seeing this, like, this sense of coldness here that you feel like you need to have now. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with showing coldness to someone who is not showing you warmth. Okay, only invest what that person is willing to invest. But I get the sense that there's sometimes some confliction, like, okay, should I now go cold first? Again, preemptively, or, you know, is that not living in my authenticity? And it's a really hard struggle, I feel. It's a battle for you, Group 1, at times. So just a couple more cards before we finish up. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Swords. What do our angels and ancestors want you to know? Queen of Cups. The Magician reversed. And the Nine of Swords. I'm sorry, the Nine of Wands. Interesting, we've got 2 9s here. So 9 may be an important number. It might be your life path number. It might be your person's life path number. But this could also be something occurs around the 9th day or something, or the 9th of the month. Okay, but yeah, I feel like, yeah, your angels and ancestors are telling you to keep your emotions to yourself right now and to have some level of control there. Okay, but also something to do with your mind. There seems to be a lot of mental anxiety, and, you know, this could be depression, but I'm seeing a lot of worry here. Okay, there's a lot of worry. And I just feel like, yeah, I'm just feeling like your heart was really hurt in something. And it's like I'm not going to entertain this anymore. Emotionally, I'm putting my guard up completely. So I feel like they're telling you that that is the right thing to do. So if you were unsure about that, if you're doing the right thing, I do sense that that is, you know, to withdraw your emotions from this as best as you can. It's not always easy to do, but it is definitely possible. Because with the Magician here reversed, there's some kind of game playing here going on, okay? And maybe on your part, maybe on their part. But it feels like it's like a player type of energy. It's not an energy that's going to bring you happiness. So again, it's not to say, I'm not calling anybody a player. It's not to say this person is necessarily. But it might be you feel you have to play games in order to bring them in. And again, this is will be up to you personally, you know, as to what you believe it would be the best thing for you to do. But I feel like your angels and ancestors don't want you to entertain games, like just to not entertain these games, because Nine of Wands reverse is very much a giving up, giving in, relinquishing, surrendering. Okay, surrendering your energy, surrendering your passion. And just, yeah, not entertaining this any further, okay? And this is what's going to be for your highest good. This is how you will break out of these ancestral patterns, and you will be able to evolve and move forwards into something much healthier and fulfilling for you. So I really do hope that this resonates with you, Group 1. Please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please check the description box below. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 2, let's take a look at your messages from your angels and ancestors. So the first card we have here is Shaman, Trust in Higher Forces. Okay, so I've got 2 other angels and ancestors cards to look at, and then we'll look at the other oracles. So we have Father Sky, Trust in the Universe. And then Sage, Be Devoted and Committed. So we have a lot of masculine energy coming through here. So it may be that you resonate with masculine energy right now, or that you're dealing with a lot of divine masculine energy. Okay, so it could be more than one. This could be about someone older as well. As in both of these, when all 3, they're slightly older, very wise looking archetypes here. Okay, so for some of you, it could be to do with your father. Now this could be your father if your father has already passed on. It could be that he's coming through in this reading. It could also be a grandfather or another strong role model or a male that looked after you at some point, okay? Now it could also be that there's, you know, a male ancestor as one that you hadn't met, but one that is very much connected to you and your situation and what you're going through right now. Okay. Now, it might be something to do with your commitment, okay? Your commitment or someone else's commitment to you. But again, this could be to do with a project, because I'm noticing that he's writing something, or appears to be, with that quill on a leaf. So I don't know if something to do with writing is coming through that you're needing some assistance with. So it could be something that you're studying, or an exam, or writing a book, for instance, or creating something with words for you, creating a name, perhaps. I don't know. There's something there about, or needing to write down your thoughts and feelings. This could also be about, texting back and forth, or, needing some kind of communication there, okay? But I do feel, I've just noticed the fact that we have two trusts here: trust in higher forces and trust in the unknown. Okay, so I do feel that you are being guided to have trust and have faith right now in whatever it is that you're going through, that everything is going to work out for your highest good. Okay, but it seems that there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. Okay, now it might be that you're focusing on manifestation, or maybe you're in the phase of waiting for your manifestations to come to fruition. But yeah, it definitely feels like there's something's turning behind the scenes. And I feel like it's maybe been a struggle for you to be devoted and committed when you're not seeing the results of what it is you are desiring. Okay, but yeah, you're definitely being called to just have faith, no matter how bad things feel or how negative your reality seems right now, to just have faith that this too shall pass. Okay, whatever you're going through right now is going to pass. You are going to feel much better, okay, very soon, I'm also sensing. So let's take a look at what the rest of the cards are saying here. So we have choose wisely, and the number 7, and then we have honeybee. Divine feminine, you are being called on to rise. Wow, so now we've got that feminine energy coming through mixed in with the masculine, but it almost feels like you are being called to rise above maybe what you feel masculines are behaving, or the way that they're behaving towards you right now. That could be the case here. Okay, but it definitely feels like, or maybe a divine feminine is trying to get you to rise up, okay? Or that's your internal voice speaking here and saying it's time for you to rise above whatever is not serving you, to release anything that's bringing you down, okay? And to choose very wisely, okay? So it might be that you feel you rushed into something, or to make a decision, or again, maybe that's where you are now. You're just in a place of confusion and wondering, which direction do I go in? Do I stay? Do I go? If this is about a relationship, do I stick with this person? Do I keep trying, or do I wait? Or do I keep trying to manifest them in, or should I just let them go? Or should I open up more options? Should I start speaking to others? Okay. And again, this could be about your career. Should I look at new career options, or new friendship groups, or maybe it's that you need to speak to people in order to get some inspiration for ideas if this is a creative block. There are some similarities to group 1s as well in this reading so far. Of course, not exactly the same, but definitely some things I feel are resonating to there. So if you felt drawn to 1s too, it might be a good shout to watch that as well. But yeah, I'm also feeling something to do with you saging and cleansing your space, which might also help to lift your energy and to raise your vibration. So yeah, if you've been clinging on to some negative thought forms, or you've been feeling quite down lately, if you haven't saged, or you haven't cleansed, because you can sage with, you can cleanse with white sage, or you could use selenite type crystals, or cleansing crystals, or sound bowls. Many different ways in which you can cleanse. Even just doing a cleansing meditation will have the same effect. So yeah, whatever you need to do though, I definitely feel like there's an energy cleanse that is needed for you. And it's just reminded me that I need to do that as well. I haven't saged in like over a week or something. So thanks group 2 as well for that. That idea, oh my God, sorry. My mind just went completely blank then. Okay, so now let's take a look at your... Oh no, we were going to look at the Butterfly Oracle first, and then we'll look at the Tarot messages for you. Okay. So let's see, what's coming through from your angels and ancestors, group 2? What's coming through from your angels and ancestors? Okay, so we've got relationship dynamics, sobriety, family changes. This one really wanted to jump out here. You are stronger than you know. Okay. Yeah, so for some of you might be going through some family changes. Now this could be like a change to a living situation for some of you. But yeah, there just could be other situations and family changes that you're not expecting. Now it could be about relationship dynamics. You know, this could be about your relationship and, you know, how you two integrate with each other's families. Okay, that could be what's going on there. Or it could be someone else's relationship within your family circle that is having some kind of influence here as well. I'm sensing here with sobriety, I don't usually pick this up, but the fact that it's connected here with family and relationships, I feel like maybe there's somebody here that is struggling either with alcohol or some other substance. So that might be a change also that comes, maybe the person sobering up that causes a change, or the fact that they need to sober up, which causes this change within the family or within a relationship dynamic. Okay. All right, what else have we got? Yes, and you are stronger than you know. So yeah, I really feel your angels and ancestors want you to know that, okay? Because if you are feeling weak, and yeah, you're feeling, I think that you are someone that's very devoted and committed usually, but I think that this is where you're getting to this point of, I know I can be committed and I know I can be dedicated to someone, but I'm not willing to let myself go in the process of it, okay? Or I'm going to be devoted and committed to someone who isn't that way inclined with me. Okay, that may be your story. That may be, you know, the story that you tell yourself, because that's what you've experienced up until this point. So it's important to try to break free out of that. And of course, it's easier said than done, but it is definitely possible. And it starts with finding that awareness about it. Once you realize the patterns that you have, or that you feel within yourself, or that you continue to repeat, then that's the way that you can start to heal from it and start to make some changes here. So I feel like that's something that they're wanting you to know, that you can make the changes, but you need to believe that the changes are possible. Okay, so it might be that you've been telling yourself it's not possible. I've tried everything. What more can I do? What more can I do, my angels and my ancestors? So they're telling you that you actually don't need to do any more in that respect, because you have done all that you need to do. In terms of being devoted, like putting the effort in and being consistent. But where you need to make those changes is that you do believe that things will change after, like you will be rewarded for the efforts that you've put in, whether or not it's in this particular situation or experience, or whether this is about moving forwards here and about attracting what it is that you desire and need, okay, from potentially this relationship dynamic. You know, this could be addictions for you. It could be if you've been struggling with addiction. Okay, this could also be something you're being guided through. Okay, maybe that your family can help you with that. Okay, or maybe that you feel, maybe you were blaming the relationship on that as well. And not to say that it didn't trigger anything, but it might be that there is some level of dependence there that you needed in terms of, yeah, maybe even relationships. Maybe you depended too much on a relationship to bring you happiness. So yeah, I feel like you're being guided to put all of that devotion and that attention into yourself. Okay, even when you start connecting with someone else, until they prove, you know, with their actions in combination with their words and their expression of their feelings, that you're going to hold back. Okay, you're not going to give openly to someone that is not giving openly to you, or is not proven that they can do so. Okay, now it might be for some of you that you've been attracted to like emotionally unavailable people as well. So it might be that that's something that you're being guided to, you know, try to change. But I feel like you've actually done so much work, group 2. I feel like you've gotten to the point where you have worked really hard. You've been committed to the process of change here. And now you're just in that waiting phase. And I feel like it's been in that waiting phase now that you are starting to worry or starting to have second thoughts about whether this actually is going to work, whether manifestation works, if that's what you're into, or whether all of this healing and growth work has actually helped you to change or helped you to attract what you want in your life. Okay, definitely seeing some confusion here. So yeah, this is why I feel like you've been guided to this reading today, so you could be told that it is working. What you have been doing is working. You have grown, you have evolved. Okay, you are an evolved being, group 2, but you just need to continue to have faith. Trust is the biggest thing coming through here, group 2. So it may be about having more trust in yourself, okay, your own self-belief, not just faith in the universe or, you know, whoever you believe in, God, or again, angels and ancestors, whatever you choose to believe in. This is about you also believing it, okay? I believe the universe will bring me what I need, but I also believe that I deserve it, and I believe that it's coming to me. Okay, feel free to write that in the comments, okay? Some affirmations like I always win, or I believe everything is possible, or I deserve everything good that is coming to me. Okay, I am a love magnet. I'm a magnet for money. I attract everything that I need and desire. Okay, so let's just see what else is coming through here for you. Messages from your angels and ancestors. Okay, so we've got the 7 of coins. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. The 4 of Swords. Yeah, the 9 of Cups. You're being, yeah, I definitely feel you're being guided to actually to stop. Okay, so stop working on something. Okay, because I feel like that might even be creating resistance. And you may even be doing this unconsciously without yourself realizing that actually I'm factoring in someone. If this is about a relationship, for instance, but again, this could be, well, it feels more like it's about some kind of relationship dynamic. But like I said, it could be about money, like I said, family issues and friends, addictions here. But I feel like this is about you just surrendering here and not putting in the same effort that you once were. Okay, because it almost feels like you have done so much, and I keep hearing you've done enough, okay? It's time for you to withdraw your action, okay? Because both these cards, we've got Pentacles and Wands here, we've got Earth and Fire, so both of these are about action, and the fact that they're reversed, this is about inaction, you know, taking a break. Okay, because it's in that break, this is what I was saying before as well, with that kind of sitting and waiting. It's in that break that you're going to get clarity. It's in that break that everything is starting to manifest. Okay, it's usually when we are asleep that we're actually growing and evolving the most, and that's what they say scientifically, that when we sleep we grow. Okay, for instance, if we're training in the gym and we're building muscle, it's not in the moment that we're lifting the weights that we're building the muscle. You know, that's the point that we're actually breaking down the muscle, micro tearing the muscle. And it's when we go to sleep that our body then works to repair those muscles so they can grow bigger, stronger, and more defined. Okay, so it's in that rest period that the growth really takes place, physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay, so everything that you're going through right now, this is your time now, okay, to not put that effort in anymore. So if this is about a person, to not keep trying, okay, and not just physically, but mentally as well, emotionally, to make sure you have a full life, okay, that you are busy outside of that person. Okay, but if this is about some kind of writer's block or something creative as well, again, it's the same thing. If you feel like I've been trying for months and years, or, you know, I just keep on trying and nothing is happening, take some time out, take a break from it as long as you can. Okay, I mean, it doesn't have to be a really, really long time, but and some people, you know, you might be on deadlines and stuff. So yeah, that's dependent upon that personally for you. But as and when you can just take a moment, take some clarity, like don't think about it. And then that's when it will manifest. Because here I'm seeing there's so much stress, mental stress, like you haven't been able to think clearly lately. Maybe again that there are too many options for you and you just need to streamline. Okay, you need to streamline everything just a little bit, but more so within your thoughts. Keep your options open. Okay, but streamline what's going on in your head. Okay, and the 9 of Cups reverse is about, well, I feel like it's about pushing down emotions or kind of not paying attention to emotions. This could also be representative of a person you've been connected with, somebody that's just not feeling those, you know, really deep feelings and not expressing them. Okay, so let's just get a couple more cards here before we finish this today for you, group 2. Messages from your angels and ancestors. Okay, so we have the Sun card in reverse. The 7 of Wands. We've got 3 sevens now. Queen of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so I do feel like this all aligns again here because, excuse me, sorry, the Sun in reverse. Sometimes this can feel, in some contexts, like a negative outcome to something. Okay, now that might be what you're experiencing in your reality right now, where things just don't feel very sunny, okay? It feels dark. But I'm seeing this very much as the sleeping time, like the rest period. Again, when the sun is out, the sun is behind the clouds, or the sun is asleep, right? This is when things are going to start to happen for you. The 7 of Wands reverse is about giving up, okay? Giving up the fight. If you've been fighting for something, yeah, it's like you've been fighting too hard for it and you need to relinquish, you need to step back. This can be about exerting yourself or asserting yourself as well. It could be over-exertion, but it could be under-exertion. Maybe you feel like I didn't say what I needed to say. I didn't stand up for myself the way I wished I'd had, or that maybe I said too much. It can be like a bulldozing energy, like I gave too much away, or I tried to assert myself too much. Okay, there's definitely some kind of imbalance there. Okay, but it really feels more so for you about group 2 to just kind of to step back and to not do too much. Okay, just to know that you have done enough. You have done enough. And then your cup will start to fill up, okay? See how she's upright, she's holding that cup of love, she's feeling good, okay? So this is what I feel like you're being guided to do today, okay? Or moving forwards by your angels and ancestors, is to fill up your own cup. Take a step back from whatever this situation is, whether this is a personal relationship or this is about career, a passion, or something creative, family issues, to just take a step back as best as you can. Again, I know it's not always easy depending on the circumstances, but whenever you do get a chance to step away from it, do that and focus on filling up your own cup. Okay, because that's what's going to bring you the most fulfillment, and that's when everything will start to clear for you. I'm seeing mental clarity come through for you, and you having that restored faith and trust, okay, that everything is and was working out for your highest good. You just weren't able to see it just yet, but I do feel very soon you're going to get to that point where you feel, yeah, I know why all of this occurred. I know why I had to go through this. I know why I needed to step back, because being here is so worth going through all of this. Okay, so I really hope that this resonates with you, group 2, and please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And if you would like a personal reading, please check the description box below. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, group number 3, let's see what your angels and ancestors want you to know. Okay, so the first card we have is Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. Okay, so we're going to look at the other angels and ancestors cards first. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Stag, trust and thrive. Okay, so lots of feminine energy coming through here, which you may resonate with. But interesting how they've both got very long dark hair. Okay, I'm seeing all of this brown, dark brown here. So I don't know whether this is, something that's very physical attributes, or about you, whether you have this long, thick, dark hair or curly hair, or whether this is about somebody else you're connected with that has this type of hair. Okay, but this could also be that this is one of your angels looking out for you. I definitely feel this feminine energy around you, group 3. Okay, definitely. It feels like you're being protected and guided. So this could be a passed on loved one, someone you were very close to in the past. Okay, either in this life or even in past lives. Okay, this is definitely somebody that wants to nurture you when it comes to your emotions. But I'm getting the sense, group 3, that it might be that you've not been able to see a lot of what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of almost like an ostrich burying their head in the sand about something. Like there's something that's you've not been paying attention to here that they want you to focus on. Now for some of you it might be that you've been very focused outwardly, or could say inwardly, at your own appearance. Okay, so it could be that for some of you that you're very much focused on your physical appearance, and they want you to step away from that for a moment and to, you know, look within towards your soul, not at what you see in the mirror, but what is actually going on within your heart space. Okay, now for others of you, this might be that you are needing to have more time to look inwardly, and it may even be that you get some level of inspiration by looking in the mirror at something. I don't know, it, like I said, it doesn't have to be literal. That's just for some of you that may be the case. Okay, so like I said, for others of you, it might be more so that you are needing that time to actually reflect. Okay, there's definitely a lot coming through in this overall reading about space today. Okay, it feels like there's definitely a lot of space that is needed. So, and we also have trust and thrive and the stag energy. So lots of earth coming through with that card, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. We've got Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio here as well. Yes. So I do feel like you're being guided to stay grounded at this time and to trust in the process of something. Okay, and to actually feel good. Okay, there's something about feeling good, like thriving with this trusting endeavor. So also the color blue is very strongly represented in these cards, so you might be very connected with the color blue right now. It might be something that you are just feeling drawn to, either in the clothes you wear, in the way that you decorate, in, I don't know, in many other areas, in the flowers that you like, or this could be more so about your throat chakra. Okay, potentially having a block in your throat chakra, needing to communicate something that is on your heart or on your mind. But let's see what else is coming through here. So, yeah, we have spiritual union in reverse here. And then we have cat, speak your truth. Oh my God, yeah, what did I just say? Wow, have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. Wow, group 3. Okay. Yeah, so definitely throat chakra stuff going on here. There's something that you need to communicate, okay? Now, this could be communicating to a specific person. You know, it could be a romantic relationship, or it could be about a friendship or family member. But this could also be about, if this is about your career, okay? Maybe you'll have a very talented voice. Maybe you're very gifted at singing or communication, okay? Or maybe you're someone that has the gift of the gab, right? You're very good at speaking your truth, or being very eloquent and open in the way that you speak. Okay, something that seems definitely a big activation going on when it comes to your speech here. Okay, so yeah, it might just be that you have a really nice voice, a soothing voice, a strong voice. But yeah, like I said, it might be that you're needing to say something to someone. It might be something to do with this spiritual union reversed. So yeah, it feels like there is some kind of imbalance here. There's a connection that you're missing, or that you're longing for here. Now, this could be a specific person that's on your mind that you feel you have this spiritual connection with. But at the moment, there's a disconnection that your spirit guides, your angels and ancestors want you to be aware of right now. They want you to be aware of this disconnection. And that might seem really obvious, because like, of course I'm aware that we're not speaking right now, or that we're not connecting. But I feel like they want you to just remember that, and to not let things fall by the wayside. If, for instance, they just decide to come back in all of a sudden, and not to get swept away by that. Okay, that's something I feel like they want you to know, is to remain grounded. But yeah, to really connect with what's going on in your heart space, okay? And sometimes it might be that you feel you have certain emotions, but where are they based? Where are they coming from? Is it really about the person, or is it about the feeling that you get with the person? Okay, so it can be very different things. They can correlate really nicely as well, because you can have, you know, you can think this person is truly amazing, they treat you well, and you have this strong bond and connection there. But it could be that, okay, I feel like we connect, but they're not treating me the way that I wish they would. So that could be in the way in which that there can be feelings, but, you know, a disconnection. Or it could be that, again, you feel like you did have a connection, but there's no follow through here. That's something that I'm picking up on. Let's take a look at the butterfly oracle, and then we'll see what else is coming through here for you. Okay, new exercise program. Adult children. self-employment, body changes. Okay, some of these came out in, I believe it, yeah, it was group 1, but okay, so then we've got sobriety. So, I mean, adult children could be very literal. It could be that you have an adult child or a teenager, or that could be, you know, a teenager in your life right now that you're connected with, or that your angels and ancestors want you to connect with on a deeper level, okay? Maybe through exercise as well. It might be that you are being guided to connect with someone around this age in exercise, like starting up a new sport together, like, I don't know, tennis or badminton just came to me. Or, you know, this, I mean, it could be absolutely any exercise, obviously, but I don't know why, just a ball sport or a two-player sport just came to mind. Now, it could be that you feel like you're dealing with an adult child, or like a child in an adult's body, okay? For some of you, that could be the case there as well. But self-employment, okay, so that might also be something that they're wanting you to focus on at the moment, is self-employment. So maybe you do have your own business. Okay, so if you do have your own business, they definitely want you to remain focused on that business, regardless of what's going on internally and emotionally for you, to just kind of power through and to, I mean, do your best, obviously, but to, you know, if it's your own business, to really try and focus on that, and that will thrive, okay? Now, if you're not self-employed, this could be that you're being guided to become self-employed, okay? Maybe this is something that you've already been considering. Maybe it's not something you're considering, okay? For some of you, it might be that you're dealing with someone else who's self-employed, okay? Maybe their business is taking precedent over your relationship together right now. But self-employment is clearly factoring in here in quite a big way. Otherwise, it wouldn't come through. So, yeah, I definitely feel like your angels and ancestors want to bring that to your attention. So definitely something to think about there, group 3. Body changes, that would make sense as well with the exercise program. It may be that you go through some bodily changes through your new fitness endeavor, okay? I'm just sensing like that, you know, that cliche saying, but new year, new me, okay? And I'm recording this in December, so, you know, that's the new year's coming up. But I really feel like that's what you're going to be doing, group 3. And maybe you're already doing that. You don't have to wait for January to start new things. Just start it as soon as you feel that you're ready and you feel the time is right. And sometimes there's no better time like the present to evolve, okay? So I definitely feel like that's something also you're being guided to do, is to really look after your physical health, okay? And it may be that through looking after your physical health, that your emotional health will improve. Because also I'm seeing here there with sobriety. Now, for some of you, this might be about an addiction, okay? You might have an addiction to alcohol or to, I mean, that tends to be the word that we use, isn't it? For, you know, alcoholics sobering up. But it doesn't have to be about alcohol, of course, because there could be many, many things that we as humans can get addicted to, naturally so, by feeling the highs of whatever that is. So it might be that you are sobering up from emotionally investing. Okay, maybe there was a lot of emotional investment into someone or into something, and it's like you're sobering up from whatever that experience was. Maybe it's like, yeah, the equivalent of looking at something with rose-tinted glasses, not really seeing the truth in the cold light of day, but seeing a distorted reality of what you were wanting or what you were feeling, rather than, yeah, what was actually there. So yeah, there's definitely something I feel about, yeah, sobering up for you. So let's just take a look at the tarot now. What are your angels and ancestors wanting you to know? I'm definitely seeing something about animals here as well. So I don't know if you have pets. Maybe you have cats, or maybe you have a deer. That'd be so cool to have as a pet. But I just feel like there's something about nature here with all the flowers that are coming through, and I feel like nature would definitely be of a lot of help to you right now, group 3. Like connecting with nature, going for walks in the woods, or, you know, walking barefoot on the grass, if you don't live in the UK, that is, and it's not freezing cold and wet. But maybe, well, even so, sometimes we have to push through our comfort levels. I'm just looking outside now and I'm like, oh, that looks squelchy. I'm not sure I'd want to do that. But again, sometimes we need to. And the fact that I said it, I probably do need to. Okay, so we have the moon as the first card. So kind of Pisces or Cancer. Yeah, so again, a lot of water energy coming through. Now, it might be that you are feeling very connected with the moon's cycles right now. Maybe they're connected with your menstrual cycle if you are divine feminine. It could be that you're very focused on the phases of the moon as well. Now we are, oh, is it today? Yeah, it's the new moon today. As I'm recording this, won't be when it's uploaded, but it's new moon in Sagittarius today. So I'll still be giving it, or the energy of the moon will still be coming through this reading today, okay, if that makes sense, no matter when you watch it, because it is timeless, okay? So which is definitely about new beginnings, starting new cycles here. But something with this energy of the moon is hidden, okay? It's something that you've not been able to see just yet, okay? So it's definitely something about secrets, okay? Or something, yeah, that has been below the surface that hasn't quite risen yet, okay? So let's just see what else is coming through from your angels and ancestors. So we have the 8 of Wands. I'm suddenly getting really cold. I've just had a cold shiver just come over me. What does that mean? I don't know if any of you just felt that. Please let me know down in the comments if you did, because that's weird. Or if you're just feeling very cold in general. But I can get quite cold a lot. But yeah, not just all of a sudden like that. I know that was something else. Okay. Ooh, sorry, one sec. Okay. So 8 of Wands, something is moving fast. Okay, something's going to move very, very quickly. And Temperance, yeah, we've got Sagittarius there, which, yeah, I really feel like this is about that new moon, okay? So, yeah, maybe even if you are watching this, you know, a few days, weeks, months later than when it was uploaded or recorded, that, you know, maybe think back to this time, 3rd of December, and see if you had any major changes around this time, or if you notice you are experiencing any new beginnings around the changes from this new moon, okay? But something, yeah, doesn't feel like it's balanced, okay? And there's also a lot of indecisive energy because we've got Pisces and Sagittarius, which are both mutable signs, mutable fire and mutable earth. So they're much more flexible and, yeah, changeable here. So, yeah, I definitely feel like there is a change in the wind for you, Group 3. Big, big changes coming. Okay, let's just see what else we've got coming through here. Sorry, one second, let me just adjust. I don't know why I kind of sat up on my chair weirdly. Like I was curled up in a ball. Why is that? That's weird. Again, I don't know if any of you are like in the fetal position right now. Or maybe the fetal position might feel quite nice. Okay, wow, 10 of Cups. The Hierophant. The Hermit. Ooh. Okay, a couple of major arcanas. Well, 4 major arcanas here for you, Group 3. So big, big changes coming. Okay, so 10 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, okay, emotional happiness. This can be also about family, okay, or family unit, okay, but this is like feeling on top of the world. Ooh, again, I'm going really cold again, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, something is going to be, I don't know, it's going to sweep you off your feet here, Group 3. I really, really feel like that. Okay, so one second. Ooh, okay, and then we've got the card of Taurus and then the card of Virgo. So a lot of earth energy coming through. So it may be that a Virgo or a Taurus enters your life. But sometimes I see the Hierophant reversed as Aquarius. Okay, I don't know why, but it makes me think of this, yeah, I guess because it's unconventional and a bit rebellious, goes against tradition. Okay, so yeah, it might be that there's kind of this rebellious character that enters your life that brings you the happiness that you've been, you know, desiring and waiting for. Okay, but then there is this Hermit, which is, well, the Hermit goes cold as well. When it's in the upright position, it's shuts out, can be quite reclusive. But it's still shining a light on something. That's the thing, especially I've not really seen that as often in that image with this deck. But I feel like the way it's kind of shining upon this Hierophant, it's almost like there's like new information. I feel like the Hermit here, maybe if you're a Virgo, maybe this is something that you're doing, you're digging deep, you're investigating things, but I see this kind of shining light upon something, upon some truth about something feels non-committal, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just may mean not doing something in the traditional way, doing something abstract. Okay, So that might be what you're being guided to do, to take some time to reflect, to stay in, to maybe spend more time alone as well. Yeah, because I'm not seeing like a huge amount of people around you right now. So it might be, yeah, that you're spending more time alone, or again, you're being guided to be a little bit more introverted at this time whilst this new information rises here. So a couple more cards for you. Messages from your angels and ancestors. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. And the Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, so it might be that you are being guided to cut someone off or cut something off. It might be this Knight of Cups, okay, that you are cutting off, or your angels and ancestors want you to know that this might be what's best for you, okay? Because this person here seems emotionally unavailable or detached, okay? Now, it might be that this is the information that comes to light for you. But I really feel like this is all for your highest good. With that 10 of Cups, this is something really, really beautiful. This is something that you truly need, okay? But yeah, there's something about thinking outside of the box here, group 3. It's like maybe you've been thinking too conventionally about things, or kind of in one direction. You've not been seeing all of the other options around you, or even about this person, okay? If this is about a particular person, okay, or if this is about career opportunities or something, I definitely feel like you're needing to cut something or cut someone off so you can have more freedom to see more clearly, okay? Because it's like there's something here that has been muddling your thoughts, that's been confusing you. Again, it could be this emotionally distant person over here that's been confusing you and making you feel like you're all over the place, or you don't know what you want, or that there is a lack of moderation in something, okay? Maybe even that you started to lean on other things to make you feel good with that sobriety energy. Like I said, whether that's a substance, or this could be about spending, okay, gambling, or buying new things, buying possessions that make you feel good very temporarily, but aren't long lasting, okay? So I feel like, yeah, you're being guided to be more in touch with your emotions and just really vent and heal through expressing those emotions to who you feel comfortable with, and to go within more so than to look outside for assistance, okay? It almost feels like you're a very self-sufficient being. You're one of the most independent piles, I would say. And just overall, you're coming across like you have all of this energy within you to heal, to change things, and that you're someone that's very good on their own. Even though you want to be connected with someone or with this particular person, that you actually are someone that will thrive better when they're on their own. And it's not to say that someone else is necessarily going to hinder you, but the wrong people will hinder your progress and moving forwards, because it's like you're a machine, like a well-oiled machine. When you're on your own and you're in a good space, you look after yourself, you get enough rest, you've got that determination and focus, and you keep going. But when someone else's influence comes in and that causes emotional disturbances within you, it then causes you to feel like you then derail, okay? Because you're no longer a well-oiled machine, or doing all of those things that made you be able to keep driving forwards. So yeah, you're definitely being guided to release what is not serving you, any negative people or negative thoughts, okay, and to focus on the positive, and to focus on yourself, and to make sure that you are still that well-oiled machine, and that the right person will come in and be able to help you move more efficiently, not necessarily faster or better, but just will complement you, in terms of, this person is going to bring you oil. Okay, we need oil to help to oil a machine, right? A well-oiled machine. So this person, the right person, is going to bring you oil. The wrong person is going to bring you water. Okay, and that's going to cause you to rust. Okay, and then you get stuck. Then you can't move forward. You become stiff and jolty, and eventually rust just kills it. So you need someone that's going to bring you oil, and vice versa. We've got to give to receive, not give to receive, give and take, reciprocity. So you've got to make sure that you are in the place where you can provide oil for someone else's well-oiled machine. Make sure that you're not going for people that are already rusting as well. You don't want to go for rusty individuals that you need to keep oiling up their machine, and it's taking the oil from you, okay? And you're starting to stiffen up because you're giving so much of your oil to that person. You want to come together with someone else. Two well-oiled machines will continue to create more. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about that analogy now because I have no idea if that actually makes any sense for anybody. Not that it's a hard concept to grasp, obviously, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about that analogy. But that just came to me on the top of my head and I quite like it. Well, it made sense to me anyway. So I really hope that it makes sense for you, group 3. Please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please check the description box below for all of the information there. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.